remember from the day I was born, it was always hard times, welfare, not much food, no money, crime infested neighborhoods, murders, pimps, prostitutes, drugs, and it was survival of the fittest. And I had an older brother who was 5 years older than me, so he didn't spend much time around the house. He was in the programs. He was very smart and intelligent. He was a special kid on the block that was always in school. And me and my sister got caught up in the street life. So I was bullied a lot as a kid. I used to have pigeons, and one particular time some bully grabbed one of my pigeons and ripped his head off, and that was the first time I ever got into a fight. And I kind of like won. I was young, like 9, but I kind of like won. And I like fighting ever since because it gave me attention. People would say, hey, you was that guy that beat that big kid up. You was that guy. And I was like, everybody knew me from that incident. And so after that, older kids would bring other kids from different neighborhoods around my neighborhood, and they would pay us to fight each other. And that's how I started fighting. I probably had, in my life, I probably had 400 fights.
How many?
400.
Wow. Like in your professional career, you had like 50.
That's 50. That's like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
The street that I had 400.
Wow. And you were in trouble with the law, I know, early in the stage, right? And when did you get introduced to drugs?
Oh, I've been drugs since I was 9 years old.
Wow. What kind of drugs back then?
Cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, liquor. Because when I was younger, my mother, who wasn't educated on drugs and alcohol, she'd been in college. In order to perhaps get me to go to sleep, I was making a lot of noise. She would give me alcohol.
Wow.
Thinking I would go to sleep, at that time. And so I started getting into a lot of trouble. By the time I was 12, I was arrested probably 40 times.
Yeah.
Everybody in the juvenile and the police department knew my name. Everybody, I was a regular. And so eventually they sent me away, and I was in this place. They sent me there for 2 years. And so I'm there, and eventually I get shipped away to another reformatory upstate New York, and I meet this gentleman named Bobby Stewart, who's a former professional fighter. Not a big-time fighter, but just a former professional fighter. 4 10-round fights, never big time. And every weekend he started, he would box with the kids. And then one particular day he boxed me, and he beat the shit out of me, but I took the beating. He hit me in the stomach, I fell down, I got back up, but he kept beating the shit out of me. But I took it, and he thought that was a badge of courage. And so he started boxing me, started teaching me how to box. And then eventually I was, 13 there, I became too good. So he had said, I have to take you somewhere else for someone that could take you to the next level. And so I went and I met Customato. And meeting him was...
Did you know who he was?
I had no idea. I had no idea about boxes.
Wow.
I was just doing stuff. And I boxed with Bobby, and Bobby really bloody my nose. He beat me up pretty bad that particular time because I was really putting it on, trying to impress Cus. And Cus said, this is the next champion, providing he doesn't lose interest. So he said, how old you were? And I said, he's 13. And then Cus said, he's lying. He doesn't want to go to prison with the grown adults, so he said he's 13.
Wow.
And so Bobby Stewart, because everything Cus says is the Bible, so he said, tell me the truth. After all these years, I've been there 2 years with him, and I said, tell me the truth. How old are you? I said, I'm 13. I'm 13. He said, tell me the truth. I said, I'm 13. So he got my birth certificate. He found out I was 13. And then cussing those guys just automatically. I didn't even agree to it. They said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to be heavyweight champ. You're going to win the Olympics. You're going to win the gold medal. You're going to do this. And you're going to become heavyweight champ. You're going to be this and that. And I didn't want him to think I was afraid. My whole life lived with off my ego. Just I was a megalomaniac with a low self-esteem. If you said something, I always say I'm nobody, but if you said I want to accomplish, I'm the greatest, I'm a god, I could accomplish something. But as far as my perspective on myself, I'm shit. Look at the life I come from. Even though I'm making all the money in the world, but look at my mother, my father, their sex workers, what the fuck am I, who am I? I'm a piece of shit. But I'm the highest paid athlete in the world. I'm the baddest man so-called on the planet. But that's the low self-esteem that I guess that I received. So I guess that's what Cus worked on my ego. My ego is out of this world. I thought people should carry me. I shouldn't walk. It was just, but that's all I had to succeed. So I'm in prison. I'm talking to my car dealer, and my car dealer is talking about some friend of mine that bought cars from him, but never paid him all the money. So he said, Michael, so if they don't pay me all my money for the car, I'm gonna trade that car in and get some animals like horses and stuff. I said, what? You can buy horses? He said, yeah, I know a guy that sells horses, tigers, cougars, penguins, all kind of animals. Right? And I said, really? What? He said, wouldn't that be cool, Mike, if you had one of your Ferrari, you had your Tiger? I said, that would be very cool. And so I said, I explained, I said, well, why don't you tell the dealer to send me a couple of cubs, right? And so I'm at my house in Ohio, and my wife at the time is 19, but she came to visit me, right? And she came to visit me. As soon as she came to visit me, the cubs came that day, boom. And she was there when we were playing with the cubs. That's the first time I ever interacted with cubs. I had no experience with cubs. I didn't know they're capable of killing you at a certain particular time in their life. And I worked out. I was lucky for me. My cats, I had them for 14, 15 years. They never killed me. I heard
that's a good sign.
Yeah. I look at myself as nothing. I'm just pale, and I'm willing to do anything to myself to improve, to be the best. I'm willing to sacrifice my body. I'm willing to sacrifice my psychological health to just be the best in the world. And that's what really sacrifices. You really have to sacrifice your life, regardless if it's a marriage. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your life for a marriage, or sacrifice your life for a goal you want to accomplish. And that's the goal the rule that I've always taken, is sacrifice and be objective.
You used to say, though, that part of that sacrifice is you get up at 4 a.m. to run in the snow. And you told me back then, it's like, Tony, I do this because I know my opponent won't. That was exactly. Is that true?
It's all about sacrifice. I do what he's not willing to do. You know what I mean? If you running at 2 in the morning in the snow, in the blizzard, trust me, he's not going to want to do that. He's going to get on the treadmill.
Yeah.
You know?
And you used to say that when we had those earlier conversations, I remember you saying to me, Tony, fighting's easy. It's like, I prepare, I train so hard that the fight feels like, it's easy. Was that true?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you train so damn hard.
Exactly. That's why I had a lot of easy one-round knockout.
Yeah.